Hey guys, we have some electrified energy to talk about today. We have Uranus, the planet that rules blessings in disguise, the great rectifying planet, the galactic fixer. Also, a lot of times brings shocks and surprises that sort of hit us out of nowhere, knock the wind out of us a little bit, sort of send us flying, but like somehow we miraculously land on our feet somehow when we're dealing with Uranus energy. It's like this silver lining energy, and we usually don't see the benefit that it is bringing us until we get down the road a little bit. But today we have Uranus stationing in the sky, preparing to move to retrograde tomorrow. And when a planet stations in the sky, you guys, its energy is amplified tremendously, like tenfold. And so we are dealing with a galactic super dose of Uranus energy today that is trying to rearrange and fix some various aspects of our life. Uranus has been very active lately, you guys. If you remember, the end of July, the beginning of August, July 31st, August 1st, we had a Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction that was really trying to light a fire up under us to detach ourselves from things from the past that had been holding us back and really like launch us in a new direction, whether or not we may have felt ready or prepared or anything like that. But anyways, this energy coming in today is likely to be bringing up or rearranging some things that began starting at that period of time, end of July, beginning of August. We got a lot of energy to talk about today. Venus is also coming into a square with the North Node in Uranus, stationing in the sky from her sign. Lots of astro vibes, lots of astro business to talk about today. Let's get into the chart, you guys, and look at how this is playing out and what maybe we can anticipate from this energy on the ground. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today is Wednesday, August 24th, 2022. My name is Aubrey, and this is your astrological outlook of the day. And yesterday, you guys, the heavens are being electrified. We have Uranus, the lightning planet, stationing in the sky, preparing to go retrograde. Uranus has been very, very active lately, you guys, and I feel like this is like sort of like the clock striking midnight, if you know what I mean, like lightning hitting the tower with this stationing motion of Uranus that we have going on today. Like, this is some pretty big business. Like, I feel like this is going to sort of pack sort of a major punch vibrationally, especially in the context of, again, how active Uranus has been lately. We just, within the last couple of weeks, had a Uranus North Node Mars conjunction that happened in the sign of Taurus. This aspect hasn't happened in over 2,000 years in this particular sign. And this is some like paradigm shifting stuff. Mars, this is our action, our energy, our courage, our motivation, our willpower. It's a fire being lit up underneath us. Uranus, this is the planet that puts things right. This is the great galactic fixer. This is the planet that puts things back on track. Silver linings, blessings in disguise. A lot of times Uranus comes through and totally like knocks the wind out of us and throws us for a loop. But the thing is, like, somehow we magically, randomly end up landing on our feet and like realizing that the place that we land in is so much better for us than the place that we came from before we sort of get hit by this like massive lightning bolt that so totally shakes up our reality in one way or another. And happening in the sign of Taurus, this is very much about our safety and our security and our foundation and the things that we built and our material comforts and our material pleasures and our resources, and most importantly, the potential and the value that we hold inside of us and our ability to recognize and perceive and tap and cultivate that, to use it to create some type of abundance or material comfort or material security or stability in our lives. These Taurus vibes. Now, the North Node, this is the path ahead. This is the hand of God. This is fate. This is destiny. This is the next phase of growth in terms of the evolution of our soul. And so this Mars-Uranus North Node transit in the sign of Taurus was really about waking us up to the truth of our own potential and lighting a fire under us, shaking us out of what we've been attached to that had been stealing our power or keeping us out of that truth, opposing the South Node in the sign of Scorpio as well. So there are likely to have been some major shocking or unexpected or just like events that have been realigning what seems like the trajectory or the course of our future over this next couple of weeks. And another aspect of this energy is it's not over. This energy has not played out yet. There are going to be a few adjustments to whatever began to take form, whatever began to start, whatever changes began to happen, whatever sort of hit us out of the blue or unexpectedly, or again, like knocked us off our feet or knocked the wind out of us over this past couple of weeks. Phase 2 of this plan is coming into fruition. And I can tell you, because this is Uranus that we're dealing with, again, we may be at the part of the process right now where we have just had the wind knocked out of us and we're like struggling to breathe and struggling to get our bearings and very disoriented and don't know what's happening and don't know why it's happening and don't like see where this could possibly going or see what the point behind this could possibly be. But with Uranus stationing in the sky, phase 2 is about to come in and realign things again, shift things again. And this is only phase 2, you guys. So we still may not really see where all of this is going, but there are likely to be some adjustments to the plan coming through this week in regards to things that began to happen end of July, very beginning of August. That's all I can say about this. Uranus rules the unexpected. When Uranus is operating, there's no way to predict what's going to happen. But what we can always predict is that in the end, it will be right. In the end, when we look back, we will realize like, yeah, that was not my idea of a fun experience or something that I would ever want to go through again. However, I see the value in it. I see the purpose in it. And I realize that had that not happened, I wouldn't be at this place where I'm at today, which is such a more growth, like such in a place of so much more growth and stability and security and recognition of the truth, value, potential that I hold inside. That's what this is doing for us. We are being forced to wake up to the truth of our own value and also the truth of where we have been surrendering our power or attaching ourselves to things that are not benefiting the development of that talent, that potential within us as a result of any type of fears, insecurities, or again, like a lack of perception of that existing within us in the first place. We are waking up to the truth of our own potential. And it's not just that. We're transitioning ages right now, you guys. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. This is a paradigm shift. We are all here at this point in time in like the grand cycles of universe and all that is for this shift of ages in order to activate our potential, in order to activate our destiny, in order to create this shift. And this shift happens through humanity coming from a place of being a more passive consumer and surrendering power and looking to an external thought leader or power source in order to like meet our needs and help us, go throughout the course of our lives. We're transitioning from the age of Pisces, which is about schooling together underneath a hierarchy, to the age of Aquarius, which is about like igniting the individual light that we hold within all of us and illuminating the collective that way, instead of sort of one light from above illuminating the entire collective and then, all of us trying to grab a piece of that light that's coming down. We are activating the light within us, activating the spirit within us. And as a result of that, it's having this impact that is creating this massive conscious awareness, this massive conscious awakening, and this expansion and evolution of the human condition, essentially. And universe is always trying to expand. It's always trying to evolve. And this is a period of time where that expansion and that evolution is being really, really activated just because of where we're at in the grand cycles of time and the cosmic clock. And our job in this process, to facilitate this process, is to wake up to the truth of our potential, to activate our destiny, to rise into our highest potential, our highest purpose, and then to serve that to the greater good, to serve that to the greater whole. Because remember, we are talking about Aquarius. This is about the individual and our individual uniqueness and where we stand out, but it's for the purpose of having something unique, individual, special, like that is just ours, that can then be served to the greater whole. It's like we each have this light, we each have this piece of this puzzle, but it's for the purpose of making the entire picture come together. And that is what we're doing. That is the age of Aquarius. That is where we're moving towards. And there's a lot of other facets and features of it as well. But this energy is very much so being activated today. And I'm just saying, you know, these shifts and these changes that have been going on lately are having a lot to do with this collective shift, this collective transformation, this destiny activating energy that we're in right now. And if we are not doing that, okay, if we are still like forsaking that gem, that light, that gift, that talent within us, if we are not looking inwards and starting to do that purpose, then this Uranus energy universe right now is working to sort of strip things from us, to take things from us, to take our comfort, to take our security, to take our abundance, all of that, in order so that we will come to a place where we are just so stripped down, right? And we have nothing left except that which we hold within inside of us. And once we're at that place and we have nothing left besides that which we hold inside of us, then we really have no choice but to start doing that, to start using that, to start getting alignment with that. And once we make that shift, then everything will come back. Then the universe, you know, will start raining down these blessings and these miracles in our lives in order to facilitate our ability to do that work, to cultivate that potential, to expand that gift so that we can contribute it and we can like put our piece of the puzzle down on the board so this whole picture can come together. But that's a lot what this energy is about. It's like anything that we are resisting as a result of not recognizing or being afraid or being, again, in a state where we feel like we don't have the power to make it happen based on, you know, what we're passionate about, what we love, what we're interested in, you know, what we feel called to, what we feel gravitate to, what we just naturally have an ability to understand, or like, this is what we need to be getting back in alignment with. And this is just how this energy operates. If, you know, if we're doing that, if we are developing and evolving along the lines which universe it's calling us towards at this point in time, our path and our process are going to be much more facilitated than if we are trying to remain attached to the old versions of ourselves and our old reality that was not existing with a recognition of this potential. So that is kind of the deal generally with what is playing out with these Uranian vibes right now. But with Uranus stationing retrograde, like I said, like this is phase 2 of this sort of grand rectification, this galactic realignment that's going on right now to help usher in the age of Aquarius. But this is happening through humanity collectively on an individual level going through this process as well. It's also very synonymous to the hero's journey, the Chiron archetype, transmuting our states of victimhood into states of self-mastery through this process of, you know, learning about our issues, where we've been wounded, and really going through this mental alchemization as well. And that is a lot about what this Virgo cycle that we are moving into right now is about, is a period of transmuting some mental energy that has also been holding us back and creating conflict within us between our lower instincts and our lower like ego urges and stuff and our higher conscious awareness that we are coming into right now that is in alignment with this value and this truth and this potential that is trying to come through because we are on this course to activating destiny as a result of the paradigm shift, the transition of ages right now, and that which is required in order to shift the vibration energetically that is happening on the planet so that universe can expand, so that universe can evolve along with the the infinite cycles of time that, you know, humanity has been observing throughout the ages, right? Astrology is one of the most ancient sciences. Even, you know, the ancient Maya and stuff like that, calendars within clocks, within wheels, within clocks, and timekeeping and stargazing and all of that. It's, you know, that's why we're here, right? That's why we are here talking about astrology, because we recognize the significance of it and the relevance of the galactic, like, great cycles of time and the timekeeping and all of that. But anyways, Uranus awakening, shifting, realigning, lightning bolts raining down from the heavens, the clock striking 12. Like, this is literally, like, it makes me think of that, like, archetypal scene in, like, a movie or something where all of a sudden, like, the clock starts striking 12, like, ding, 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 and then all of a sudden, like, something's about to happen. lightning, yeah, like lightning hitting the tower moments, sudden reversals, sudden changes in what we thought was happening as a result of some things that may have started happening this past couple of weeks, adjustments being made to the things that have started happening, like I said, and things may just generally seem a bit up in the air. There may also be this feeling of anticipation, like this feeling of something's about to happen, like I feel something coming, like I can't necessarily just like put my finger on it, but just this generalized sense of anxiety, maybe some nervous tension, and maybe feeling maybe problems sleeping as well, maybe some very like erratic dreams. But just, yeah, just this generalized sense of increased like energy and frequency and electricity in the air, like just a sense of anticipation maybe coming through as well, like something's about to happen, because in this energy it is probably true, like something is probably quite on the verge of happening, and we're sort of just like picking it up with like our spidey senses and just not really knowing at this point in time. But this is definitely indicating some type of change or shift or realignment that is coming through. Very, very powerful Uranian energy. Like I said, when we have a planet that's stationing in the sky, this is like that planet's energy magnified, multiplied times 10 on full blast. Sudden awakenings, breakthroughs, solutions, resolutions, realignments, endings, and beginnings coming through with this. Again, it could definitely have to do with these Taurus themes as well. Money, finances, economies, resources, food, supplies, partnerships, our level of abundance and material security and stability generally, partnerships, relationships, work relationships, financial agreements in relationships, romantic relationships perhaps as well, partnerships of all kinds could be wrapped up and involved in this. Or it could be in terms of things that we are finding out and discovering. This is happening in Taurus. This is an earth sign. We also have Mercury, ruler of the position of the sun right now in the Virgo cycle we're actually moving into in just a couple of days, still in a loose trine to Pluto today. This could be really getting to the bottom of some things, secrets exposed, really like seeing the truth of things, like delving deeply down into the depths of either like our own psyche. This could be some type of deep conscious awareness about ourselves, and again this mental energy perhaps, or these mental conflicts that may have been going on within us that had been limiting our progress perhaps in some type of a way, or causing us to manifest and attract more conflicting situations going on externally. This could also be like secrets revealed, or just a very profound insight or powerful encounter or powerful conversation that is really transforming us, waking us up to something in some type of a way. Or this could be in regards to things that we haven't understood again, or that haven't made sense. Maybe a couple weeks ago something just really unexplainable, random, spontaneous, like bad luck or something like that seemed like it happened in some type of way. Energy coming through with this today and this week should bring some type of perspective to that, some type of clarity. It might not fully make sense, but we should get something that is like, okay, well, in the context of this, now that I know this, or now that this has happened, I can see a little why perhaps maybe like this thing had to happen, or this like chain of events happened, or something like that. We may just be gaining some type of insight into things that suddenly happened, or suddenly changed, or suddenly ended, or suddenly something over this past couple of weeks. Specifically also things that happened around the moon in Aquarius too, when the sun was in square to Uranus. Like this could also be referencing this. We've had so much Uranian energy that we've had going on lately. But again, with Mercury also in the trine of Pluto, things we haven't seen or understood may begin to start making some type of sense. We also today have Mercury at 29 degrees of Virgo. That Sabian symbol is a man gaining secret knowledge from an ancient scroll he's reading. So with Mercury still in the trine to Pluto, gaining some type of secret knowledge from an ancient scroll, that would be very descriptive of that, and playing into the Uranus transit today as well. We may really be waking up to some deep truths about something, or some finding out some secrets revealed energy coming through very, very much so today. Likely to be some surprising things happening today, like I said, related to, you know, the end of July, the 1st of August, that are shaking things up, adjusting and changing what we thought was happening. This is so huge, you guys. This energy this week, in the context of the times we are in and in the context of all this Uranian energy. Also, Uranus is in, again, like basically another square to Saturn. This is not exact. Uranus is at 19 Taurus, Saturn's at 22 degrees of Aquarius right now, but Saturn square Uranus, this was like our foundation energy of last year, of our 2021 astrological year, and it's still been really playing into the energy this year as well. And Saturn square Uranus, this is all about breaking free from structures and limitations of the past in order to go in this new revolutionary direction. This is also the break free energy into the age of Aquarius that has been coming through and has been coloring a lot of the major shifts and transitions that we've been going through throughout the course of the past year and a half. Has been bringing a lot of upheaval, a lot of shakes and foundations, and is not finished yet. But with Uranus stationing at this degree, this is also again activating this Uranus Saturn square. So it could also be sort of bringing up or adding to or realigning things that have been in a process of realignment over the course of this past year and a half. So there could be some definite, like if there have been things that have been in an ongoing process of shifting and changing in some really drastic and unexpected ways over the past year and a half or so, there could be some things coming with this Uranus transit today that are also having some type of impact in that process. And I feel like this is the retrograde. This is for the better. This is realigning. It's like the wrecking ball went through, and now we're coming and we're sort of clearing the rubble for the rebuild, which will be the third swipe, the third pass of Uranus, when things are falling into place. We're beginning to see the blessings in disguise. We're beginning to see the silver lining, but we're not there yet. We are sort of at the period where the tower is crumbled, or, you know, things have been really thrown up in the air, and now they're just slightly being cleaned up or rearranged so that the final pieces can be put back properly in a few months, couple months. I gotta even look exactly when that is, when Uranus goes direct. But we need to have faith today, you guys, and we need to make peace with what is transpiring, and we need to surrender to it. God is in charge. We have today the sun for Uranus stationing at 2 degrees of Virgo. That Sabian symbol is a large white cross, dominates the landscape. God is in charge. We may feel a bit afraid and threatened by what is happening as well. The Earth is at 2 degrees of Pisces today, a squirrel hiding from hunters, but we are in the hands of God, and therefore we are always protected. God's will is always stronger and more powerful than man's will. There's no doubt about that or second guessing there. And so we just need to maintain our faith today. A large white cross dominates the landscape. We need to maintain our faith. We need to try to cultivate a sense of inner peace in regards to whatever is happening, and surrender to the processes, surrender to the changes, with the understanding that yes, it may be a bit of a difficult journey, but we need to have no fear. We need to have no worry, because this is actually absolutely heading in a direction that is going to benefit us in the end. We have Pluto right now at 27 degrees of Capricorn, a mountain pilgrimage. We have Neptune right now at 25 degrees of Pisces, the purging of the priesthood. We have Uranus at 19 degrees of Taurus, stationed to go retrograde today. A new continent is rising out of the ocean, you guys. So this is a process of personal recreation. We are literally recreating our personal paradigm. We are literally recreating a new world for ourselves through this purging process and through this journey that we are going on right now. And yeah, it may be arduous. Yeah, it might be difficult, but in the end, it's definitely going to be worth it, because it's going to bring us into contact with a life that is so much more in alignment, so much more fulfilling, and so much more like embodying of like spiritual connection and spiritual truth and the possibility for miracles and the presence of like the divine in this reality. This is where we're going. This is where this process is trying to lead us. And we just need to maintain and hold the faith today. We also have Venus today, who's at 16 degrees of Leo within a very tight square to the North Node and to Uranus as well. The North Node right now, North Node and South Node are at 17 degrees, Taurus and Scorpio, and Uranus is obviously stationed at 19 degrees. Venus is coming to 16 degrees of Leo. This is causing a square from Venus, ruler of the sign of Taurus, where these planets are placed right now, to Venus and Leo. So this is very much so bringing in these Venus vibes. Definitely perhaps potential for shakeups in finances, resources, values, relationships. But Venus also at 16 degrees of Leo, that Sabian symbol is the storm ended, all nature rejoices in brilliant sunshine. And Uranus rules lightning storms, electrical storms, you guys. So it's about a purification and a return of the light, a return of the illumination, a return of that which really makes us grow and thrive and come back to life. And it's through this brilliance as well. It's through this awakening. It's through this transcendence. It's through this expanded understanding, this expanded viewpoint that is coming through. Ultimately making things better though. Universe is seeking to improve the quality of our relationships, the quality of our abundance with these things happening in the sign of Taurus, and this Taurian energy. And also in the context of the square to the nodes by Venus today as Uranus stations, the nodes themselves, the North and the South node, moved recently to 17 degrees of Taurus and Scorpio. 17 degrees of Taurus, where the North node is right now, that Sabian symbol is the symbolic battle of swords, the disciples of might versus torches, the disciples of enlightenment. And then the Sabian symbol where the South node is right now, 17 degrees of Scorpio, is a woman filled with her own spirit, is the father of her own child. To me, this polarity, this dynamic, this Sabian symbol polarity, these polarity points where the North and the South node are right now in the context of all this other energy as well, we are releasing the need to depend on external power sources to fuel our creative potential. Also, the purging of the priesthood, the position where Neptune is right now, and we are slaying our demons, the symbolic battle, the swords versus the torches, the might versus the enlightenment. We are winning battles over our ego and ascending to a more evolved state of conscious awareness, enlightenment, illumination, and co-creation with God and universe, which is the trajectory into the age of Aquarius, the brilliant sunshine after the storm that is coming through. And again, Uranus at 19 degrees of Taurus, a new continent is rising out of the ocean. We are recreating our world in this process, individually and collectively, as part of our collective shift into the age of Aquarius. And it is destiny activating time right now. I'm telling you guys, just in the context of some of the people that I've been working with, some of the readings that I've been doing here and there, and just people in my life generally, like I've been just seeing this pattern where, you know, if we are resisting or we are fighting what we know is true and right and what we, know that we should be doing, we're sort of going to be coming up against a wall. But the minute that we can shift that energy, the minute that we can transition out of that energy and move towards cultivating what we know we're supposed to be doing, it's like everything changes and everything comes back, and then it's just like miracles and like, how did this happen, and everything's fine and everything's falling into place. Like, this is the Uranus energy. This is what's going on right now. This is the period of time that we're in, and we just really need to have that faith, go with the flow, surrender to the process, be adaptable, and just be opening to these awakenings. But definitely we need to remain in our faith, because that is what is really going to help facilitate our process also in a way that is less maybe bumpy along our path. Now let's talk about the tarot for a minute, you guys. We had definitely some cards coming out today that we need to talk about in the context of the energy, and I feel like this is describing perfectly what is going on with Uranus right now. The first card, you guys, that we had come up was the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is about taking back power. This is about an end of deception as well. This is about coming clean. This is about the truth coming out. This is about getting real with ourselves and the situations that we are in, and this is about the end of any type of shady business or shady behavior. This is seeing things for what they are, and like the end of deception, essentially. The next card that we had coming out was the Page of Pentacles. So it's like, because we are ready to see the truth about something, it's creating this new opportunity. We then had the Wheel of Fortune come out. It was in reverse, but it's still here. And I feel like this is talking about this Uranus North Node, this Uranus retrograde energy conjunct the North Node. I feel like this is talking about whatever truth we're seeing about something is sort of like opening our eyes to this potential or this opportunity that is going to help put things back on track in some type of a way. And so let's get more information. The Four of Pentacles came out next. So we're talking about holding on to something tightly. And what are we holding on to? The Devil in reverse, releasing ourselves from our attachments. This is us stepping into this new world. And look at, we're talking about the Page of Pentacles here. This is the recognition of this new opportunity or this potential or this new fresh start in terms of what we want to grow and develop. And then we're also talking about the Four of Pentacles. We're holding on to that, and it's directly related to our ability to detach ourselves from anywhere that we've been being dishonest or anywhere that we've been being deceived as well. And then on the back of the deck, we had Justice coming through, and that is really saying it all. This is rebalancing the scales. This is righting things. This is the great rectifier, and it has everything to do with the hand of God in motion, putting things back in proper order, helping us to rediscover the truth of our potential and all the opportunities that are available to us, and not let go of them, and not let go also of this process of detachment and honesty, being honest with ourselves and also being honest with the other people in our lives. And as a result of that, like, people are going to come clean with us as well. And so this is just like this period of surrender to the truth about things, essentially, that is activating destiny, activating the hand of God, bringing back these opportunities that we are very much holding on to, that are restoring balance, that are restoring justice, and that are bringing us back to a place of inner peace as well. Justice, peace, Libra, inner peace, inner harmony, inner balance. So the scales are being rebalanced through what is transpiring with this Uranus energy this week. And it has a lot to do with helping us to conquer our demons, to be honest with ourselves, and to be in a place where we feel like we are gaining a level of clarity and we are not being deceived or manipulated anymore in our lives. And we're not attached also to anything that is deceiving or manipulating us away from the truth of our power, the truth of our potential, the resources, the Page of Coins. That's all about like seeing the potential that you're holding in your hand and like endless possibilities. Like, what are we going to do with it? And the Wheel of Fortune coming in, this Uranus energy. Yeah, so that's what we've got going on. Let's draw one more card now. This is a synchronicity card for us, you guys. Let's see if God, Spirit, Universe. Okay, we got 2 cards coming out today. 2 messages that we need to know. Let's see what they say. Forget the past. Yep. And then we also have turn off the world. So let's see, forget the past. It says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds. Romans 12:2. Give up your worldly beliefs and learn the truths of life. The Devil in reverse. Feed your subconscious mind with life-giving patterns. Four of Pentacles, the Devil in reverse. Accept the positive aspects of God and let go of all the negativity. Forget the past, get on with the future. In this way, your spirit will gradually grow and reach your goal. And then we have turn off the world. Folly is joy to him, destitute of wisdom. Proverbs 15:21. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for joy in externals. Finding joy in lurid drama, hate-filled music, and other synthetic entertainment. You will find joy within yourself. Turn off the noise and listen to the voice within. Search for your wisdom within. Be happy with yourself inside, and you will find joy. So I feel like these messages are definitely telling us that we are going through a period of time right now where we need to not be attached to like external really anything, and all of the truth and all of the faith needs to come from an internal connection that we have going on. And it's also interesting because now with Uranus going retrograde, the majority of the planets in the sky right now are in retrograde motion. So this is also, and Mercury is going to be going retrograde as well, you guys, on like September 9th or something like that. We are actually in the Mercury retrograde shadow right now. So This next few weeks, this next few months is very, very much about an internalized process of reconnecting to ourselves, reevaluating, rediscovering, restructuring, realigning things on an internal level within our psyche, within our energy body, and then it will be extrapolated outward, and we'll see the effects of that happen in our tangible physical reality. But our advice for today, going through this energy, is to forget the past, to detach from the things that are causing us to surrender our power to some external something, and to turn off the world, to go inside, to center within, and to find our peace and our connection and our wisdom through that process. So that is what I have to say today, you guys. Message from the stars, message from the cards. I hope you liked it. I hope I was able to provide something for you that can give you a little bit of whatever you're needing as you're navigating this Uranus energy today. If you guys did like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. You guys, if you think that they would like this kind of content too, leave me comments. I absolutely love your comments. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your feedback so much. I have a Facebook page, a website, Facebook group, and some other social media stuff. Those are in my description box below. And come back with me tomorrow, you guys. Uranus is going to be going retrograde. We're also going to have Venus coming into a very close conjunction with Uranus for this process. Uranus being in Taurus sign. More Uranus energy to talk about tomorrow, you guys, as we move also towards the big Sun square Mars that is happening on the 26th, and also our new moon in Virgo that is coming up on the 27th. So lots more energy to talk about this week, you guys. I'll be here. You should be here too. You don't want to miss it. And I will see you then. Have a beautiful day, you guys. Till next time. Bye.